Hi everybody, welcome back to the Hoopty hay balers. We are in the kitchen again today. We are going to do a quick little video all about making, I am not holding up a bottle of alcohol, I promise. This is a bottle of vanilla. It is a bottle of alcohol, but it's full of vanilla beans. And we made this 2 years ago. And so now we are going to make some really cute little Christmas gifts using these really cute little bottles. And we are going to use some spiced rum and some bourbon, and we're going to make some more. So again, I hope this becomes a quick, easy, simple little video that just inspires you guys to give this a try yourself, because it's easier than it looks. It's a lot easier than I ever thought it was. And it's something where you can create a quality product in your own kitchen for a lot less than you can get quality vanilla at the store. So let's get started.
Okay guys, so what we're using today is we have a bottle of spiced rum, and then we also have a bottle of Kentucky straight bourbon. You can use any alcohol as long as it's 80 proof, I'm pretty sure. The previous time I made this, we used spiced rum, bourbon, and vodka so that we could try the different kinds and see which we preferred the most. I'll touch on that later. And then I have some little itty bitty glasses for some Christmas gifts, and these are the vanilla beans that I got. So let's get started, and you can kind of see what my process was this time. So we are going to take our little jar. I ran these through the dishwasher with the lids open to clean them. And we are going to fill it up with our alcohol of choice. And then we are going to take our vanilla beans. You can either weigh these or don't weigh these. There's so much information out there. It's kind of hard to know what you want to do. What you want to do. Last time I made these 2 years ago, I did not weigh my beans. Because I was using such a small jar, I decided to go ahead and just try weighing them this time. Here I am popping them open so you can just see all the little itty bitty beans on the inside. And so when we slice these pods open, that's what we're looking for. We're slicing these pods open so that the alcohol can get to all those little itty bitty beans on the inside. That's where your flavor is. So again, last time I did not weigh them. This time I chose to try to weigh them just because I was using such a small jar and just wanted to make sure I gave a nice product for Christmas. And you can clearly see that I overfilled my jar. So when we clip this lid on here, we end up making a little bit of a mess, but that's okay. Sometimes messes have to happen in the kitchen. So there's our little end jar. And then we are just gonna keep going with another one. And I sped this up just so you could see my process again. So super quick, super easy. You guys could, you know, buy a great big bag of these vanilla beans and split them with a friend or a neighbor or family member, and you guys can make your own vanilla at home. All you need is your beans, some jars. You don't even have to have cute little jars. You could use quart-sized jars, pint-sized jars, regular mason jars, and make your vanilla right at home together. I highly recommend that you give it a try. It does not take much time either.
Okay, and since we have all of these beans left, we are going to go ahead and do what we did last time, like with this jar, and we're going to go ahead and make a quart. So going back to how much when I was weighing these little guys out, I did some more reading and read 4 to 6 beans per 8 ounces of alcohol. And so let's go ahead. I love this old ball jar. Can you guys see that? I love old mason jars. And so let's go ahead and get this guy filled up.
So at this point, guys, I am just hoping to use up the rest of these vanilla beans. So we are going to fill up these quart jars, and we are just going to cut up these vanilla beans and get them thrown in the jar so that they don't go bad. I wish I could tell you exactly how many beans I used in my quart jars 2 years ago when I made this, because they turned out really great, but I unfortunately do not. And so here I'm just going to start counting out my beans so that I can split them up between the 2 jars, and we're going to get to cutting them up and filling our jars. And I'm not sure I talked about it. When you cut your beans, you can leave them whole or you can cut them in half. I started cutting these beans in half because as you use the vanilla, you want to make sure you continue to keep your beans covered so that they don't mold. And so I started cutting them in half so that it would give me a longer time before I have to mess with it. And then you want to slice those beans right down the middle. Easy as that.
So again, we think it is best after it has sat for about a year. This stuff, I don't know if you can see, let me get this out of the way. So this was a bottle of, look at alcohol all over the counters. This was a bottle of bourbon, and so it was about this color. I don't know if you can see how much darker it is now, but this, I don't know how many vanilla beans this has in it anymore. I wish I did, but I don't. And this, when we cracked this open, it was about 2 years. It was aged for about 2 years. And the smell on this is phenomenal. So I happen to think that the longer it sits, the better it might taste, the better it might smell. This is only my second time actually making this vanilla. This is another bottle. You might have seen me drag this out. Oh, my cap is leaking. You might have seen me drag this out at some of our other videos when we've been together. And this was made at the same time as our bourbon vanilla. But this is spiced rum. And we, just our personal opinion, oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to replace this lid. It is leaking like crazy. We have found, just our opinion, that, oh yeah, it's cracked. Well, I guess for now, we'll at least keep any gunk out of it, right? But we have found that this is our favorite, is the spiced rum. But we have friends and family that really enjoy bourbon, and that's why we have made some bourbon vanilla today. You can also make this with vodka. You can use, I believe, any alcohol as long as it is 80 proof. I could be wrong on that, so don't quote me on that, but I believe that is what I have read. You did see me using my scale. I read that you want anywhere between 0.12 ounces of vanilla beans per, it would be about 2 ounces of alcohol, to 0.2 ounces of vanilla beans per 2 ounces of alcohol. So this is just what we did. I was aiming for about 0.15. Again, that's just what I did. If you have your own recipe or your own ratio, that is great. And yeah, these are just going to be fabulous little Christmas gifts. I just hope you try it, because it's a way you can control your ingredients. You can control, you know, the quality in your house, and you can save yourself money. And it really didn't take us that long. So thanks for joining us here in the kitchen. It has been a long time, but it was great to see you guys and to chat a little bit. I hope you give this a chance. I hope you give this a try, and we'll catch you next time.